If you ask people what they fear about the future, you'd probably hear the expected answers: climate change, war, and artificial intelligence. And while those threats are real, they're not the ones that unsettle me the most. I'm not afraid of a robot takeover or flying cars gone wrong. I'm afraid of something quieter, something that we may not even notice slipping away until it's already gone. So, when asked, what are your three greatest concerns about the future and why? My first concern is the death of boredom. And that may sound almost ridiculous at first. After all, who worries about boredom? We spend our lives trying to eliminate it. But boredom is not empty, it's powerful. It is in those unfilled moments, staring at a window, sitting in silence, waiting with nothing to do, that our minds begin to wonder. And when that mind wonders, it creates. Some of the greatest ideas in history were not born in noise, but in stillness. Yet today, silence rarely lasts more than a few seconds before we reach for a screen. In our elevators, in our cars, and even in our classrooms, we have designed a world where there is never space to simply think. And if we remove boredom completely, we may also remove the imagination, the depth, and creativity that grow inside of it. A future without boredom might seem efficient, but it risks becoming shallow. And that leads directly into my second concern: the disappearance of real conversation. Not texting, not commenting, not even sending a quick reaction. I'm talking about eye contact. I mean listening without planning a reply. I mean the kind of conversation where voices shake a little and honesty fills the pauses. We are more digitally connected than any generation before us. Yet, loneliness continues to rise. We share our highlights, not hardships. We curate images, not insecurities. And when disagreements arise, we block or mute or unfollow instead of understanding. If this pattern continues, we may raise a generation that knows how to broadcast but does not know how to listen. Civilizations are strengthened by dialogue. Relationships are built through uncomfortable, meaningful exchange. If we lose that, progress in every other area becomes fragile. Which brings me to my third concern: the growing pressure to be extraordinary. Everywhere we look, we see success amplified. Teenagers launching companies, students solving global crises, and athletes breaking records before adulthood. It is inspiring, yes, but it also creates a silent expectation that if you're not exceptional, you're falling behind. The future can begin to feel less like a journey and more like a race that never ends. But most of the world's progress has come not from viral moments, but from consistent, steady effort by ordinary people who simply refuse to quit, like teachers, engineers, parents, and even mentors. When worth becomes measured in followers or applause, identity becomes fragile. But applause fades and trends pass. But character, resilience, and quiet dedication endure. My fear is not that we will stop achieving greatness, is that we will forget that greatness often looks ordinary while it is happening. So while the future will certainly bring technological revolutions and global challenges, the concerns that weigh on me are human: the loss of stillness, the fading of genuine connection, and the crushing expectation to constantly stand out. Because if we lose the ability to think deeply, to speak honestly, and to value steady purpose over spectacle, then no advancement can truly compensate for what we have surrendered. The future is not something that simply happens to us, it is something we shape quietly every day through the habits we form and the values we choose to protect. And I believe if we guard our imagination, restore our conversations, and redefine success in our own terms, we will not drift into a diminished tomorrow, but we will build a stronger one together.